Hello, are you coming to the Saving Grace Jungle Fever tour? If not, what are you doing? I am looking for couples, best friends, mum and daughters, mum and sons, whatever you've got for me, to take part in the show live with me at every single venue that we're doing. I'm talking besties from Dublin, couples in Cardiff, mothers in Cambridge, whatever you've got, we want to know. And you can come up on stage live with me and play a bush tucker, Saved by the Bell. Sorry, Noodle. If you want to be involved, email savinggrace@fellastudios.com. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You have to be 18 and over and what venue you're coming to. See you then, loves. Welcome back to another episode of Saving Grace. And today we have got your Love Island favourite. It's Tommy.
Yes.
Welcome on the pod.
No, thank you. No, pleasure to be here.
How has life been since coming out of the villa?
Oh, it's just been nuts, honestly.
bet
Like,
it has.
It's like, obviously, going on Love Island, you know it's a big show. You know there's millions of people that watch it.
Yeah.
But where you just get so used to being in this weird bubble.
Of like 10 people.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, for the first, I'll be honest, the first couple of days, like I was really, really anxious. But then you get used to the cameras.
Were
and stuff.
you?
Yeah, and then after that, you know, you forget about the cameras. So coming out, it's just like you see all the Islanders on the papers. I'm like, oh, these are just my mates. What's going on? It's weird, like coming out. I've not seen any episodes back, but I've seen clips on my TikTok, and it's really weird just seeing me. I've seen edits of myself on TikTok. It's so strange.
I'd be liking them straight away myself. Thank you.
I've had to save them on a separate account because I think if I save it on my main account, it looks quite sad. So
how was it landing at the airport? Did you have people there, like press and stuff, when you landed?
Not press, no. It was just like we just got recognised because I flew back with Ben. Me and Ben flew back to Luton. But even at the airport in Mallorca, just loads of people coming up to us, like all different ages as well.
Must have been so weird.
Like nan and granddads coming up to us, going, "Oh, Ben and Tommy, I loved you so much." So it was just really strange, like just the amount of photo. But I absolutely love it though. Like,
yeah, too. I feel like you've got a really positive reception as well.
Yeah,
which is a plus.
I know. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I know there's some of the other boys I won't name names, but
we all know who you're talking about. Yeah,
but I've seen some of their comments. I'm thinking, bloody hell. Like, you know, with me, I've read a couple of negative ones, and it's like, oh, that's a bit shit. But like, yeah. I can't imagine being the other boys coming off.
Have you done any landscaping since you come out?
No, absolutely not. Especially with this weather. No.
You're out the job.
I know, yeah. To be honest, I didn't really mind the work, but I sort of fell into it accidentally because I was actually an estate agent for a couple of years.
I see this for you. I do see
really?
that.
Everyone says
this
that.
This is a 2-bedroom semi-detached. Yeah. That's like how I can see you.
Do you know what's weird though? Because when I used to tell people I was an estate agent, it sounded like a really glamorous job, but I used to sell like council flats and run down properties. It wasn't very nice.
Hard ones to sell.
But like when I say, yeah, exactly. But when I, tell people I do gardening and stuff, it doesn't sound as good. But then, you know, we go to like footballers' houses and like celebrities' houses. Yeah,
who's the most famous person's house you've gone to?
Well, for me, Liam Gallagher. I'm a massive Oasis fan, and there was a point in time where a company I joined used to do his maintenance, like cut his grass, trim, cut back hedges and stuff like that, just like general tidy up. But I was really unlucky. I joined that company when he moved out for building works, like his house was being renovated.
So he wasn't even there.
He moved to the Cotswolds, I think.
Of course he
did. Then and then I was only at that company for 3 months. He only wanted me for the summer, so then I left, and then he moved back in. I was gutted. I was absolutely gutted.
That's horrific.
I know, yeah.
That's quite cool though. You've been in that man's house.
I know.
It's not like, weird way.
And especially for me, because my dad like idolises like Oasis, and growing up, all I ever heard was like, you know, Noel and Liam Gallagher.
Yeah.
And like me ringing my dad and was like, oh my God, Dad, I'm at Liam Gallagher's house. It was so weird.
Now you've been on Love Island, you could probably get gifted tickets to the Oasis concerts as well.
It's funny you said that because Noel Gallagher's daughter commented on my TikTok, and I was buzzing, and then I went on Instagram and I saw she follows me, so I followed her back, and she put like a video up of Noel and Liam, you know, on stage. And I messaged her, I was like counting down the days. So I'm going in September.
Are you?
Wembley,
they're still
and
performing.
Then she asked me what show I'm going to, and then I told her, and she liked it. But that's all that's been left at. So
you just shouldn't have said you were going. She's like, oh, I'd love to see them live.
I know, yeah.
I'll have to give you some tips.
Yeah.
So how did you get into this season of Love Island? Did you like apply or were you scouted?
I actually applied.
Love that.
I applied.
Finally.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone I get on here is like, I was scouted. I'm like, it's no fun.
I honestly didn't trust the application process because, like you said, you never hear about anyone applying to one. So I sent a video off in August last summer.
Right, okay.
I think I didn't even watch last series. I just saw the Instagram
It was
post
shit.
come up.
Don't worry, yeah.
But I saw the post come up and I thought, do you know what? I'll send a video off. And what it was, I just had my hair cut. I just had a sunbed.
Yeah.
And I was about to go in the gym and I took my pre-workout and I was buzzing and I set my camera up. I was like, bloody, I feel good at the minute. I was like, haircut, sunbed, pre-workout.
I'm ready, yeah.
I was like, let me do a video now. I've got all this energy. So I remember I was parked up and I set the camera up in my car and I was just like waffling away for like a couple of minutes saying why I'll be such a good island.
What did
it's so
you say? Can
no.
I know what you said?
I remember what I said. Yeah, I've never watched it back, but I remember one of the things I said was just like, I was explaining my job and I was like, oh, the old girls at the retirement home, they love me because we'd all like the maintenance. I was like, Doris always comes out, offers me a cup of tea. I was like, how you doing, Doris? You right, darling? Cup of tea, 2 sugars. Oh, you look lovely, darling. It was all like that, like flirting with the old girls. I think in my VT in Love Island, they actually hired an extra, like an old lady, to come out because of that comment with the teas and gobbles.
Stop, really?
I've not seen it, but I don't know if it was in there, but I assume so. But
that's quite cool, though.
Yeah, but yeah, I think with the audition, like, you just want to show as much energy as possible.
Yeah.
Really.
And why did you sign up?
I don't know. I think I watched the only series of Love Island I actually watched was Series 8 one with like Luca and Andrew and Tasha and all of that. And I remember watching that. I was like, you know what? I'd love to do it because at the time I was at the estate agents and everyone used to talk about every day at work. And I remember thinking, wow, like there's people out there in the Love Island villa right now just living their dream life. And I'm
Free
going
holiday.
to work in an office like where everyone's talking about it. And I was like, Joe, I'll have to apply for that. And
He did.
I always had mates, so like even on nights out, they were like, oh, who's your mate? Like people used to call me Love Island as a nickname and stuff. Even my old boss, he'll be, oh, Love Island, come and do this.
They
like,
manifested that
for you. It was
for you.
proper manifested, yeah.
Oh my God.
It was mad. But yeah, when I first got because I applied in August.
Right.
And I didn't actually get a call till the end of March. So a few months ago. So I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I would forget about it too.
I remember it was just a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And I was doing like a big field cut. I was cutting all the grass at this park. And this number called me up and I missed the call. And I'm so lucky she left a voicemail. Otherwise, I would have
You
never
wouldn't have called her back, yeah.
Yeah, and she left a voicemail and she was like, oh, my name's Chloe from ITV. Just giving you a ring, give us a call back. I was like, ITV? I was like, what? I was like, what have I applied for? And I was like, it can't be Love Island. That's too big.
And then it was.
It was. And yeah, it was just crazy. And yeah.
Before you went in the villa, did you do any prep?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you get ready for the villa? How many sunbeds did you do?
Oh.
Like, what are we talking?
Well, I must have spent about £300 on sunbeds in like a month.
Yeah, usual. Yeah.
I honestly think I lost a tan being in the villa for 6 weeks because I was banging the sunbeds like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
And then when you're in the villa, it's so hot. I spent a lot of time in the shade. So I was going there and I was stressing about losing my tan because I wasn't
just
getting
one
the
arm
sunbed.
out, making sure.
But yeah, no, I was always into the gym and stuff. So in terms of my training, it was basically just doing what I usually do, but I was making sure.
Did you practice any chat on nights out before you went?
Do you know what? I didn't really go on many nights out. Like, knowing...
Really?
What happens is, I knew if I had a drink, I'd tell everyone.
Yeah, no, actually, that's
There was
fair,
one time I went out and I was with my mate Harry and my mate Dean. We went out in St Albans and there was these two girls there and we got chatting away to them. And I had a few drinks. I was quite pissed, I'll be honest. And I don't know why I'd done it, but I was like, you know, my mate here... I said, he's going to go on Love Island. And this was at the point where I knew like, I was flying out. And they were like, no, I don't believe it. I said, Harry, give me your phone, mate. And I got my phone. I don't know. And I was like, look at these contacts. Look, ITV, producer.
And they believed it.
They were like, oh my God, you actually going on? And Harry was playing along with it. He was like, yeah, I am, yeah. And she even followed Harry. And she followed me on Instagram. So she obviously would have found
Cuts
it.
2 weeks later, it's you.
I know, it's so funny. But yeah, that's probably why I didn't go on many nights out. Because I have a drink and then because it was so exciting, I wanted to tell everyone.
I'm the same. When I did I'm a Celeb, it took me one drink and I was like, I'm actually going on I'm a Celeb next week. They were like, yeah, all right. Okay. Yeah. So before you go in, you go in.
Yeah.
How intimidating is it? Are you scared? Are you nervous? What's the vibe?
I'm not just saying this, it sounds so stupid because it's a free holiday in the sun with a load of girls, but I've never ever felt nerves like it in my life.
Really?
I was so nervous. So I had a feeling I was the last person in, all the girls were lined up and I was the last boy before I coupled up with Megan.
That's a horrible way to come in, by the way.
I knew because literally for like hours and hours before we were waiting to come in and we're blindfolded. we're blindfolded for hours because we're on this like production site.
Yeah.
And we're all in separate cars, but they keep us all blindfolded so we don't see each other before the show starts.
Okay.
And so we're sitting there for hours blindfolded. I'm trying to eat my lunch blindfolded.
Are you hearing all the goats as well? Can you hear them from the villa? Yeah.
What do you mean?
They have got goats outside the villa. Is it goats or sheep?
Sheep. I heard loads of sheep.
Yeah, there's sheep everywhere. I was like,
yeah. It's crazy. But I remember like, I waited so long to come in, and then when they said, it's finally your turn, you can take your blindfold off, I knew I was the last one. And I remember waiting at the door. So it was the bedroom door that leads out to that little walkway. And Nicole, one of the producers, she was saying, right, on the go ahead, you want to open this door and then you've got to turn the corner and don't say anything till you're halfway down. But when you're halfway down, you see Maya, then you can say something. When you see Maya, there's a little star on the floor. I'm thinking, what the hell?
It's too much. It's too much.
Stand on star. So I was like, oh my God. And then as she was speaking to me, my mouth went bone dry. I got white bits around my mouth. She was like, wipe your mouth. Like, thank God she said that. I was like, white bits around my mouth as I made my entrance.
You were that nervous?
I was so nervous. And she was like, just give it energy. You're a confident lad. So she was like, right, go. I was like, my heart was beating like this.
Oh my God.
And I remember walking down, and I disguised it with a lot of confidence. I sat there.
And it's quite a long walk as well.
It is a long walk, yeah. And
to where Maya stood.
And because she said to me, don't say anything until you're near. I didn't know when I was allowed to speak. They didn't show this part, but this was so embarrassing. But as I walked down, I gave Maya a hug.
Yeah.
And as I hugged Maya, I trod on her foot.
Good
and then I was like,
impression.
oh God, so sorry, I just trod on your foot. It was a little bit awkward. But
you made it better though, because you compliment. Who were you? Was it Meg that you first got coupled up with?
Yeah.
You were so lovely about her, and just before you was Ben, and he was like, yeah, everyone looks pretty good, so I'll just probably go with you, I guess.
No,
you picked me, and everyone was like, right.
See, I've not seen that. No.
Have you not?
I've seen the odd clip here and there, but I've not watched anything back.
Would you watch it back, do you think?
I would, but I think at the minute the hype's really high, and I just think in my head I remember a lot of cringy little moments which you probably forgot about.
Yeah,
but
you don't want to bring it back.
I don't want to re-experience that. But I don't know. I think at the minute, because there's so much going on, like my phone's just going nuts at the minute. I don't know. I'm just not really that bothered about watching it back at the minute. But and also I've not seen it since I've left.
Oh, you haven't?
I've not seen. So I've heard what's happened with the whole Harrison Lauren thing. I've heard about Connor and Shakira, but I don't know, I've not really watched it back. I think I just get a bit of FOMO if I'm watching it. I was there, now I'm not. Like, I don't know.
Have you spoken to anyone now you've got out who's also been dumped?
Yeah. We actually had a big night out. So on Sunday night, I done After Sun. And then after Sun, we got a cab to Tape. I've never been Tape. It's not really
the famous Tape.
It's not really my scene, I'll be honest with you. But we went down there, and me and Ben were the first two in there with Andrada and Lucy. Mm-hmm. And we walked in. Oh, Harrison was there as well. We walked in and we sat at this table, and you buy per the bottle, I think. Mm-hmm. And me and Ben opened this menu, and it was like $5,000. I was like, Ben, what are we going to do? It's like, this brand deal's ain't kicked in yet. I was like, I can't afford this. And it was like, oh shit. It was like, right, we can get a bottle for now, and then when everyone comes, we can split it. And then luckily a waiter come over and was like, the management's paid for your drinks. Like,
yeah, thank God
for that.
That's no joke when you go into places like that. Bottles are so much money.
It's crazy.
And they don't let you take them out.
What's that?
Did you try and take the bottle out of the club?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, we tried to do that.
Really?
And we got chased down the street.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah,
really?
yeah. Ella had to put it down her pants.
God. But
God bless.
But yeah, I have. But so before that, I got a few messages. Emily messaged me, which was nice.
Yeah. Because I watched your After Sun. You were like, yeah, I've spoken to Meg. I've spoken to Emily. I was like, what? How did those conversations go?
So when I left the villa, obviously everyone sort of follows each other on Instagram, and I looked at my DMs and I saw Emily's DM me. She's basically just saying like, you done so well, like you should be proud, like all of that, which is a nice message, especially because I felt really bad about Hurley. I didn't know she was going to be dumped from the villa, I'll be honest. I thought bringing Lucy back, because Lucy deserved more than 3 days, I wanted to explore
and
that.
And they never really dump people usually after that. You have a couple days.
And that's exactly what I thought. I thought, I'll bring Lucy back, but I still want to get to know Emily a bit more, because it was a bit more of a slow burner, but
it's gonna laugh at me.
It was a bit more of a slow burner, but I did see it potentially going somewhere. But then, when that was terrible. This is another story in itself. But when me and Lucy walked in, I saw Emily standing on her own. It was the worst feeling in the world.
Really, you felt bad?
Yeah, it was just horrible. Like standing there, like it weren't as nowhere near as scared as I was on the first day when I walked in. But it was a similar feeling of anxiety, because again, me and Lucy were the last to walk in, and we were in that car for like 2 hours waiting for our queue to go in. And it's just that anticipation. My heart was beating. Walking in, you're in the hot seat. Everyone's looking at you. Emily's saying like stuff to you. Maya's asking you questions, and like, oh, it was just petrifying.
Do you know what's so funny? The producer was so smart because it would cut to Emily being like, you know, I just trust Tommy. Like,
oh no,
I don't have nothing to worry about. Like, all of you do, but I know I don't.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to you and Lucy. Like, shall we just kiss?
Oh no,
it was so good.
Oh no,
so good.
Yeah.
But favorite memory in the villa of all your time there?
Oh, well, that's a good question. I think I've got a couple.
Okay, I'm ready.
I did like the Casa Amor experience, mainly because we got so used to the main villa.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I found it really nice to like change the scenery up and go to a new villa, and you know, I don't know. I thought that was an exciting time, getting to know new people as well. But I think the heart rate challenge was probably one of my favourites.
Oh my God.
It's so funny because before I went in the villa, I always said, I just don't want to do the heart rate challenge. That's just not me. Like,
Amen.
I always said to everyone, I was like, I'm as stiff as a corpse. I don't dance. I don't move. I just sort of hold my drink. And like, so going from dancing to actually doing like a strip tease, I thought
it's not for the weak.
It's so out of my comfort zone, yeah. But when we got that text saying,
you put up on the screen, we've got your dance on the screen. Lovely.
I've not watched this back.
No.
I've never watched
Save
it
that for your own time. Yeah, fine.
But when we got the message saying heart rate change tonight, we were like, oh my God. But because the girls went first and we saw sort of how it all worked, I wasn't nervous at all. I was really surprised. Were you not? Yeah, because what you do, you're allowed 2 drinks a night, and they gave us our 2 drinks before we done it, which usually you have one drink at the start night and then another drink a few hours later.
Yeah.
So we necked our 2 wines back, and I was like, right, let's go. And I went in there and I thought, do you know what? Everyone knows I don't dance. I don't really move. Like,
and you've never lap danced before, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's fair.
And it was just, I had no expectations, so I thought, I can only impress people. So I went in there, I was just like...
And was there music in the background?
There was actually, yeah.
Okay, good.
Because apparently Past Islanders said
they had no music.
Yeah, that's terrible. I couldn't have done that.
That would be horrific.
I know. Beforehand, they pulled us to the beach hut, and one of the challenge producers told us, like, this is your song. So they gave you your song.
Oh, so you couldn't choose it?
No, they told us which song it was. And then we went out, and it was quite loud, to be fair, which was good. But I think that's why it's one of my highlights. That was the only time in the 5.5 weeks I was in there where I listened to music. That one little bit.
It was just you grinding while listening to it. Who was your favourite lap dance to receive?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you.
I don't know. It's a hard one because I think Helena smashed it.
Yeah,
Helena
she
done
did.
so well. She really surprised everyone. Obviously Emily gave me like a VIP treatment. She put me on the floor. So I remember saying, I don't know if it was shown, but I remember when I joined the boys on the terrace.
Yeah.
And I was looking at Emily from down at the terrace, and I was like, oh my God, like I fancy Emily so much more now. And she heard me, and she's like she looking up. I was like, did you hear me? She's like, you can't whisper to save your life. I was like, but I don't know. Yeah, that was a crazy night. But then I felt a bit gutted because apparently Tony was the one that raised my heart the most.
But I don't know if that's always true.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I feel like for the TV aspect of it, do they just slip it in a little bit?
I was thinking that.
Was there an ongoing joke? Because on that day, Dijon and Megan kissed like she was starving. She was like eating this boy's face. Yeah. And then afterwards, everyone started sticking their tongue out. Yeah. Was that a joke?
So I don't remember it as much in the heart rate challenge, but I remember it in one of the challenges. It might have been the slip inside one. I can't remember, but I remember Meg was kissing someone next to me, and I was right next to him. I looked, and Meg went in for a kiss with her tongue out already. She like, leaned in like this. She went, I thought, oh my God, I've never seen anything like that. And she was like, shut it, like, you're right. I should eat his face. So yeah, it probably was right, because I do remember that very clearly.
That poor girl. Yeah. If I should be known for that, I'd be like, right, okay.
Oh God.
Who were your favourite people in there? Like your closest friends?
So me and Ben from day one.
Of course, he's funny.
We clicked, and we were the first 2 to tour the villa, like this series. Me and Ben took Megan and Shakira, and we had a little look around. And yeah, I don't know, me and Ben just clicked straight away. And also leaving with Ben was probably like best case scenario for me, because when you leave the villa, you get put in holding for like 3 nights. But the fact that me and Lucy were with Ben and Andrade in this holding villa, we had such a great time. I couldn't have asked for better people to be with. But also, I was very close with Gio.
Yeah.
Me and Gio were really, really close. To be honest, I got along with all the boys, but I'd say like Ben, Gio, and even Harry I was very close to. Harry I went to, it's funny because Harry was always like the joker of the group.
Yeah.
But whenever I felt down or upset, like I always went to Harry as well. Harry was very like reassuring.
Have you seen the clip of Lanky Lamppost? Yeah. Have you seen that on your TikTok?
It's all over my TikTok.
Yeah. Best part of the series.
Really?
That was incredible.
Oh my God.
When you said it, did you think that's going online?
Not at first. And I remember I went to the beach hut and the person I was talking to in the beach hut was just like, Lanky Lamppost, that is iconic, by the way. And she went, oh, don't tell anyone I said that. And so she like slipped, she accidentally spilled it a little bit. So I did have an idea. But yeah, I don't know. I think because Shay didn't let me walk away, I wanted to walk away to cool off.
So many times,
and then he pulled me back to shake his hand and I shook his hand. I went to turn away and he wouldn't let go. And then he was just like, why are you being like that? I said, I shook you. I said, would you want a hug instead? Or something like that. And,
it was such a good argument. Yeah, I really enjoyed.
I think I called him a smug prick and he called me a little twat. I thought he called me little. What could I call him? And I was like...
Did he? I don't think they showed that bit.
I think they did. Because I called him a smug prick first and he called me a little twat. And I thought, little twat? You're a lanky fucking... Yeah. But I got told off for that as well. They said, you called Shay... You're not allowed to do that. I said, I apologise.
Oh, that's where they draw the line, isn't it?
Yeah, they draw the line.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. How was your phone call with Meg? Did you speak to Meg? How was that?
Yeah, so I was going to tell you earlier, actually.
Yeah.
Slipped into another story. But yeah, so Meg messaged me just basically saying, like, hope you had an amazing time after I left the villa. She basically apologised. She said she watched it back and she didn't come across well. She was like, she was like, here's my number. I'd love to just have a chat with you just to clear the air and stuff.
Aww.
And a few days later, I was obviously really, really busy with messages and stuff, but I gave her a ring and we had like a half-hour phone call. But it was nice. It was just clearing the air. I didn't want it to be awkward or nothing, but she's basically just saying like if she would go back, she would do things a lot differently. You know,
your mum was on After Sun when she got booted off.
Yeah.
It was insane viewing.
Really?
Yeah. Your mum was so lovely.
Really? Yeah.
She was so nice.
Someone told when I first left, they were like, wait till you see After Sun. Your mum, brother was in it, and my cousin Luca with Megan. I was like, what? I knew they were on it. Someone told me, but I didn't know they were on it with Megan.
She was just sat there like,
oh, God.
It was so awkward. Did she tell you she was going back in?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Did she? So you knew?
I knew, yeah.
Fucking hell, that was a shock of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know Blue was going back in, though. Blue kept that very quiet. Because like I said, we all went out Sunday night and obviously everyone had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And I spoke to Megan and she was like, I just wanted to let you know, like, I am going back in. And... But yeah, Blue didn't tell anyone.
I don't think anyone asked for Blue to go back in, to be fair. We were all like, oh.
That is so random because I don't want to sound rude or anything. I love Blue, like we get on so well, but I don't think he made like nowhere near as an impact as Megan did to the series.
Yeah.
Like, sending back on is a bit of a strange.
It was a bit random. I did think that, but you don't know. Maybe you'll find someone.
Maybe, yeah.
Talk about Lucy?
What's that?
Should we talk about Lucy?
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Right.
We should talk about it.
So yeah, it would only be right. So you meet Casa Amor. Are you clicking like this?
Yeah, so I think it was a challenge. I don't think it was a challenge. Dijon said, let's have a game of truth or dare.
Of course he did, yeah.
And I think Rio said to Lucy, I'll lick the Islander's body up and down, who you fancy the most. And I wasn't really expecting it at all because I know Lucy originally pulled Harrison for a chat. And then, she lit me. She got all her makeup on me. And I was like, bloody hell, it caught me off guard a little bit. But obviously we had our first proper chat at the fire pit and it was obviously very, very flirty. And I did really fancy her.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I actually recognised her because she got leaked before coming on.
Did she?
And one of my close friends sent me her leaked thing saying it was like fiery makeup artist from Liverpool, Lucy. And I remember my mate sending it to me before I went on the show. And obviously I went on.
As in like that's a bit of you?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, love that.
And obviously I was on the show and I sort of forgot about it. And then it wasn't until I started speaking to her and she told me I'm makeup artist. I was like, oh my God, yeah, I recognise
I've seen you.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, I got leaked way before because I think her and Shakira got leaked. But yeah, initially, I did fancy her straight away.
Yeah.
And there was a spark there. I think initially my top 3 in Casa, because they always ask what's your top 3 in Casa and stuff. I think I'm more in, my type's more brunettes, I'll be honest. I said at the start it was Lauren, Emma and Lucy.
Lauren. Hope you're well, Lauren.
No, yeah. But then obviously Lauren was all over Harrison straight away. Yeah. And Emma, I just thought, she's 30, I'm 22. I thought it just seems a little bit weird. Yeah. And then Lucy, obviously we're closer in age. I did really fancy her and we got on so well. And for me, personality is a massive thing. Initial attraction is important, but the energy needs to match. So initially having that chat with Lucy, I remember talking to the boys and I was like, fucking hell, like, what do I was like, I've got Emily in the main villa, but I really, really fancy Lucy.
So when you brought her back, how was it with everyone then in the villa? Because obviously Emily's just been booted off.
Yeah.
Was it awkward or was everyone sort of happy to have you all back?
I think it was a little bit awkward at first because, especially with Helena and Meg, because that was like their closest mate, Emily, who left.
Yeah.
And I just felt really awkward. I was like, what do I do? Do I apologise to them? Say, sorry, I've kicked your best mate out? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do, but me and Meg are very close, and she come up to me straight away when she knew I felt a little bit awkward. And she said, Tommy, you done what you thought was right. You know, there's no hard feelings at all. Keep your chin up. Meg was just so lovely about it. So after that, it was all fine. But it was, at first, I did feel really awkward.
Can I have a bit of insider goss here?
Yeah.
Is there actually a divide between the girls in the villa? Is it like Meg, Helena, and then Tony, Shakira?
Yeah, it's a big.
It is.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's funny because it started off. I think it was Meg, Helena, Megan. Helena was a sort of a floater. She was between both.
In and out.
Yeah. But Emily maybe was in that group, and then it was like it started off with just Shakira and Tony, I think, and then obviously Emily left, Megan left, and it's just Megan, Helena, and now it seems like that other group's got
massive. Yeah.
But when I left, it was like Megan, Helena. And then it was all the other girls, and there was always that divide there, and it felt really awkward.
Really?
But,
so it does feel awkward.
Through, I would never really see like Meg sitting with Shakira and Tony, or Helena sitting with Shakira and Tony.
That's mental.
It's really, really weird.
So I feel like you can really see it on the screen.
You can.
Yeah.
And
also Andrada had that massive argument with was it Meg or Helena? Meg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane to watch. I was like, right. Okay.
I remember that all kicked off in like the corridor where it was a really weird location to have an argument.
They were going up the stairs, down the stairs in the corridor.
I didn't even know it was being filmed, but there's a funny story about it. They literally got like face to face and they had to be pulled apart. But like, I remember I was like, oh, it's too much. It's so late. I said, I'm going out for a snooze. So I remember I went out the front villa door, opened the door. I've never seen the two security were at the front door, like waiting to run in. I've never seen them so close to the villa.
Two little girls.
Because outside the front door is where all the vapes and the snoozes are.
Yeah.
And I just went out to get one. I've never seen like the security at the front door ready to run in.
You shat yourself.
I honestly thought they were going to dart in the door. You're like Big Brother when you see it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So it really kicked off because we obviously only probably saw a small amount of that.
Yeah.
But it proper kicked off.
Yeah, it did. And even when everyone got sent to bed, everyone was arguing in the bedroom, and I sat on bed because me and Lucy were sleeping upstairs.
Yeah.
We never actually had a bed in the main bedroom, so we had to just sit on someone's bed for the chats and stuff.
Awkward.
So I sat on Ben and Andrada's bed, and Andrada was like, "Tommy, why did Lucy do that? Why did she tell them that I was listening?" And I just said, "I think she was just sticking up for a mate." And she said, "What are you talking?" And I was like, "Oh God, I'm getting involved now." I said, "I don't know." And I quickly got up and sat on another bed.
It must be so awkward when people argue in the villa because it's so small.
Yeah,
and you can't really escape anyone.
Yeah, it is horrible because that's another thing, because in the villa, like, emotions just so heightened.
Yeah,
like, you know, when you're happy, you feel buzzing, but then when you're upset, you do feel really low because you can't have your own time to sort of switch off a little bit, cool off. Yeah. Whenever I felt upset or stressed, you have to just sit there and watch everything unfold. You can't go for a walk or you can't go for a drive.
And when you and Meg split, it was so awkward because then you just have to go and sit on the other side of the garden and still watch
them going hideaway or terrace. And
the hideaway is a fucking joke. Honestly, no way.
I never went in the hideaway.
I would be losing my mind if someone I was coupled up with went in the hideaway.
Oh my God,
there's no way.
I know, yeah.
No.
But I think with the whole Megan situation, when she went hideaway with Connor, it didn't affect me as much. I just wanted closure. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know where her head was at. But she kept saying, like, I do really fucking like you. But, you know, you're pushing me away to Connor. I was like, how am I doing it? And so I didn't like the whole back and forth. I'd rather have just said, look, if you want to go straight fine, at least I know where I stand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found that a little bit difficult because I got a bit upset with Harry and Ben in one of the mornings on the sun deck. And I think what it was everything that happened. Obviously, emotions built up, and usually when I'm at home, like if I'm upset, I speak to my mum or my brother, or like I said, I'll switch my phone off for a few hours and just go gym or something. But you couldn't do that, and I think thinking of when I'm stressed, thinking about home, it made me miss home a little bit as well. It was just a trigger effect. And I remember it got a bit much sitting there in the morning. I got a bit upset, but Yeah, I don't know. It was hard at times, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I kept thinking like how grateful I was to be here. What an amazing experience and stuff like
It
that.
looks mental.
It is mad, yeah.
But now you're out. Have you and Lucy gone on a date yet?
Yeah, so obviously we done after sun on Sunday, so
Yeah.
we had 3 nights in London in a hotel. So me and Lucy had our first date on Monday at a nice restaurant in Mayfair, which is a nice Italian restaurant. And then we done a couple of double dates with Lauren and Harrison as well.
Does she feel better after speaking about the voice note thing on After Sun? Like, do you feel like that's been put to bed now?
Yeah, I think so. I remember what it was. We were in the they call it the dumping villa, which is where you stay after you've been dumped, and you have a Zoom call with the press team. They basically take you through every article about you that would have flagged up. My one was pretty much positive, but obviously she came out of her one crying her eyes out, and I was like, "You're right." She goes, "I need to talk to you," and she explained the voice note thing.
Oh God!
And she explained it to me. I listened to it, and I did feel bad for her because I know at first I was a bit like, you know, it's not a really nice thing to hear, but. You know, we all say, like, I've said things to my mates in group chats, which might have been a bit controversial.
I've said way nastier shit. Yeah. If mine got leaked, I'd be fucked.
Exactly. And this is what I said to her. I said, honestly, like, if any of my voice note got leaked, I probably would have ruined my reputation. Yeah. Or whatever. I was like, honestly, it's not that bad. I said to Lucy, I said, I'm not an idiot. Like, if I can tell if you're being fake, or I can tell if the energy wasn't reciprocated. But I do enjoy spending time with you. You do give the energy back. So yeah, I think that was the main thing for me. I just didn't like seeing her upset about it. I think it was brutal that her best mate leaked it.
Yeah, does she knows who leaked it?
Yeah, so the best mate sent it to someone who leaked it, but still, the best mate, I would never record a voice note and send it to someone.
And is she still speaking to that mate?
She hasn't spoke to them, I don't think, since.
Yeah, good riddance. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, no, terrible.
Yeah, that is awful. Yeah, fuck that bitch.
I know.
Has she met your mum yet?
No, she had a FaceTime called my mum.
That'll do.
Yeah,
That'll do.
So,
are they gonna? Have you met her family? Like, what's the vibe?
No, I spoke to them on the phone and that. Obviously, Lucy's gone back to Liverpool now.
Yeah.
So we're trying to arrange like for me to go up to Liverpool. I've never been to Liverpool. So.
I've never been to Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah, it's too far.
It's far, isn't it?
It's so fucking far, Tom.
Yeah, but I do want to go up there and see her more. Obviously, it is still early days. We've only been on like a first date.
Yeah.
But, I do enjoy spending time with her.
It's really funny because obviously your families have all watched both of you.
Yeah.
So they probably feel like they already know her anyway.
Yeah.
Without having to meet her. So that's probably a nice position to be in.
Exactly. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, my mum said the same thing. It's like, she was like, it's weird. Obviously, you being on telly, I got used to it. But then seeing the other people on telly and then speaking to them on FaceTime and stuff seemed really weird to her. So
yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Did you find it weird being in front of Maya Jama for the first time? I need to know.
Yeah, it was strange, but I just think because there was so much going on, like when I first made that walk, like I said to you, I was so nervous. Even just seeing all the islanders lined up, obviously new face you've never seen before, and the whole build up to it. There was so much going on. And then seeing Maya's face as well, I was like, wow, what is going on? It just seemed like one big dream. It was crazy, yeah. But yeah, like I said to you, like in that situation when I first, coupled up with Meg and I walked over to her and we got our close-up shots, my knees were like shaking. I've never, ever in my life felt my knees like physically shaking like that. I was
oh my God.
I honestly never felt nerves like it. But, and even, how bad's this? For the first 2 days of the villa, I didn't sleep at all.
Oh, really?
I didn't eat a thing. And I was even speaking to the medics and that. I was saying, like, I don't know what to do. Like, the thought of food makes me feel nauseous. I'm not sleeping. I don't know what to do.
Oh, my God.
And they'll, like, just give it, like, another day or so. I said, I don't know if I can do this. I might have to walk. And this was, like the first couple of days. And I think when I started getting closer to Megan, having that closeness with someone really, really helped.
Yeah, but, 100%.
The fact that I overcame that feeling and then was in the villa for 5.5 weeks, had a good little run in.
Yeah,
journey.
Thank God you didn't walk. Could you imagine?
I know,
I just couldn't eat.
I know, yeah. I literally, it was honestly just so out of my comfort zone, but I'm so proud and like how I overcome that feeling. Cause,
yeah, you should be. And also you came across very, very well.
Yeah.
Like I think everyone's had their bit in there while they've came across a bit bit shit.
Yeah.
But you have consistently come across really well. Yeah. So it's
been really overwhelming. All the nice messages that I've got, it's just saying, "Oh, you carried yourself so well. You're a gentleman." Mm-hmm. Like, it's just so nice to read. Obviously.
Can we have like a villa secret that maybe people don't know that you're allowed to say?
I'm trying to think. I've got a couple, but I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
What are you doing Saturdays? I think you're allowed to say
Oh,
that.
okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Saturdays are down days, they call them. So basically, boys and girls separated.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to eat or eat together or anything like that. And if, say, like sometimes you walk past each other and you might have a little chat for a few seconds, but then they call it the voice of God in the speaker.
Move.
They go, Tommy and Lucy, it's a down day, split up. And they're really on it. There's people watching you just every second of the day. And the minute you say something to a girl, they're like, no, split up, no island chat.
Really?
And even with the boys, if we're just chilling with the boys on a Saturday, and I'll say to, like, I don't know, I said to one, like, say I said to Connor, like, how's it going with you and Emma? Straight away, the voice of God, no island chat, please. Right. It's really intense.
Can girls get their nails done and stuff on the down days?
Yeah, so they did, but only, they get their nails done on the same day we had a haircut. But in my 5.5 weeks there, I only had 2 haircuts, so the girls got their nails done twice.
Well, yeah, because I noticed Tony had new nails.
Really?
And I was like, something's going on.
Yeah.
And I need to find out what it is.
Here's another secret as well. When we got a haircut, obviously it would have thrown off the viewers a little bit. Hang on, they got the haircut, so they made us like pretend to cut each other's hair. I don't know if they've shown
Stop.
that. Did they show clips
continuity.
of me with like the razor?
So. Oh, actually,
it might be a little montage of getting ready. Yeah. It was like, I'll get like Connor to sit down and I'll just get my razor and pretend to be cutting his hair. Just for the clip.
And it's not even on.
No. Cool. I used to do it on, but then I cut a bit of his hair once and he went mad. I was like, so I'll turn it off now.
You got too into the role.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Who do you think is going to win this year? In your personal opinion?
From when I left the show, I just thought it would be, I didn't realise, I thought Dee and Meg were like really, really close. They were going so well. But just the public think completely different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone that I've seen online, or even people that spoke about it out and about, they said, no, I'm not buying Meg and Dijon. And
can you confirm or deny Meg and Dijon are legit?
Yeah, I thought they were very legit. I thought they're always with each other. You know, they spend so much time together, always have their little breakfast dates. And I think, obviously, Meg's always been all for Dijon. Whereas Dijon, you know, he's a bit of a boy. Like, if a girl comes in, he'll entertain it. But, he always end up going back to Meg. And I think that's because he did really like Meg. And maybe, you know, when things are too smooth sailing in the villa, maybe it can just be a bit like samey. Yeah. So maybe, like, he would chat to the girls just to, I don't know, change it up, cause a little bit of drama.
I want your opinion on Harry.
Yeah.
I want to give you my prediction here.
Okay.
I think Harry is going to sack off Helena.
Really?
When he gets out and go with Shakira.
You think? Yeah.
100%. I mean, you haven't been watching, right?
Yeah.
But him and Helena are exclusive now.
Right.
Straight after that, he's gone to Shakira and be like, I think we should just like get to know each other on the outside. No. Yes, I think. I do think.
I didn't see. I honestly thought Harry and Helena, they always sort of ended up gravitating back towards each other.
Yeah.
I thought I heard they were exclusive. I thought now they're exclusive. I thought we'll see a different side to Harry now.
1 minute later.
And then I can't believe he's because I don't get the term exclusive. Is that because in my head that's basically boyfriend and girlfriend without the label? Is it not?
Yeah. I always think. Yeah, but then I'm different. Like, I think as soon as when me and Ella were talking, I was like, I'm not speaking to anyone else. It was like first day. I was like, I'm not speaking to anyone else.
Yeah.
But then I feel like in the villa, if you're exclusive, you basically are boyfriend and girlfriend because obviously you're not going to speak to anyone else.
That's what I said when Dee and Meg done it.
Yeah, so it just feels a bit pointless.
Yeah, so the fact he's gone and said that to Shakira, it just defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, but was he fun to be around? Like, he seems very fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He, like I said, he was one of the closest boys to me in the villa. And he was just such a joke. Honestly, he had me like belly laughing.
He is hilarious.
There was one time, and I think it was during the what they call it, the raunchy races, where it was Casa versus Main Villa.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what Harry said, but he made a joke, and I was literally on the floor crying with laughter, rolling around the fire pit, and the producers were like, come on, sort yourself out, get up. And just Harry was always like that, these little like one-liners or these little sayings he used to always say. Here, can I tell you a really funny story?
You may.
Do you remember the boys' night out, the beers and bands?
where it was filmed.
Yeah. So that was when Emily first walked in with Yaz and Melisha. And so obviously we had no idea it was being filmed and the girls were watching us. So we, when we got back to the main villa, me and Harry were buzzing. Like, everyone was buzzing. We're like, we can't wait to see the girls' reaction when we walk in. We're not 1, not 2, but 3 new girls. So me and Harry, we pushed our way to the front of the door of the villa. And we're like, well, we want to go first. We want to see their reaction first. So me and Harry got to the we started walking through the bedroom, opened the door, and we're walking out into the garden. Me and Harry are leading the pack, and obviously all the girls are around the fire pit. We saw the big screen. We just thought, what is it, like movie night or something? We didn't know what was going on. So me and Harry led the pack, and we were like going like this. We were like, all right, girls, look what we got here. Look. We're like, look, we got 3 new girls. And everyone, all the girls were just sitting there like face of stone. I mean, Harry was like, look. We were like pointing over our shoulder, and all the girls were just sitting there. And I was like, what's going on? And I was like, what's that for? What's that screen for? Is it movie night? And Megan was like, we've been watching you. And then my heart sunk.
Went straight to the back.
Me and Harry just looked at each other. Harry went up to Helena and was like, you right, darling? And she went, fuck off. And just ducked under his arm. And yeah, it was just crazy. That was such a funny story because me and Harry were so excited. We led the pack. And
that was I completely forgot that happened. That was nuts. Insane.
That was crazy.
Because you can't even deny as well what you can try and sweeten it up sometimes if you don't think they've seen it. Yeah. But you can't even... You can't even do that.
I know.
It's horrific.
I know. It's just so. Even me, I didn't even say anything bad, but like you're always cringing a little bit. You're like, oh my god, you just have no idea you're being like watched. And
what was your worst night in the villa? Would you say?
I think the worst night in the villa for me was. I think it was just when the whole. Oh, there's a couple actually.
Shit!
I had 2 bad nights where I felt the worst.
Right.
One was when when I found out like Megan kissed Connor and that, and that was just a horrible feeling.
Yeah.
Because Megan used to always bang on about how honest and open and respectful we both were to each other, but then she was doing other stuff that she didn't tell me about. So that was a horrible feeling. Because that was when I knew the trust was gone.
Right.
And also the Emily leaving with Gio. Because Gio was my closest boy, and then
double homicide,
and then Emily leaving as well. Obviously, I just felt terrible. And it is a thing as well. In the I watched back that clip where Emily left, and they showed me in the bedroom with the boys. I got upset, and then they showed me pulling Emily to the terrace for a chat, and then they left.
Right.
But I actually pulled Emily to the terrace first. I had a chat with her. She said the whole time you were in Casa, I missed you. I couldn't wait to see your face. And that upset me. But I held it together. And then I went to the bedroom and got upset with the boys because after that chat.
Yeah.
But when I watched it back on telly, as people say, I was faking the tears, trying to make it about him. I was like, what? I got upset because of the chat on the terrace.
No way.
Hearing her say like, I just couldn't wait to see you. And I just felt like, fucking hell, I couldn't believe I just kicked her out.
That was so brutal.
I know. It was
so brutal.
And then saying bye to Gio as well, then they showed it. But I was obviously in a terrible state of mind. I broke down
Gio
again.
was so sweet as well. It made me sad he didn't really find anyone.
I know. I remember saying to him as well, I said, Yaz wants to come back to the main villa. You can just couple up with her and then you're not vulnerable. And then your dream girl can walk in 2 or 3 days. And he said, I can't. He says, I know what it's like being brought back to the villa with Helena and then her fucking off straight away. It wasn't a nice
He's
feeling.
too good of a person.
He's very, very respectful. And I do look up to Gio massively. I think maybe we're quite similar people, but he's just obviously a lot more experienced. So I did.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I feel like your time on there, I feel like you left at a good time.
A few people have said that.
Yeah, because I feel like at the minute it's a little bit mental in there.
Really?
Can I ask, is Yaz's posture the same all day long?
Yeah, literally all the time. Even when she picks something up, she's dead straight. Like, it's crazy. Even in bed sitting up, she's dead straight.
She's like this.
Did you hear us talking about it a lot or not?
We heard a few things like, I think she pulled Gio for a chat and he was like, your posture's so good. Yeah. But when she first went on, everyone thought she was AI.
Yeah,
everyone
we heard
thought
about
she was
this.
AI. Yeah.
She was like, because I don't know how it come about, but she was like, she watched movie night, that was it. And then she was like, do I actually sound like that? Do I actually look like that? She was like, no wonder everyone thinks I'm AI. she was mortified at the way I was like, you look the same.
Oh, bless her.
But it's weird because that movie night was like the first time for all of us seeing ourselves on screen. And it was so weird. Like everyone was like saying, I don't look like that. And I was like, yeah, you do. You look the same. But then I thought that about myself. I was like, I don't look like that. And they're like, you look the same. Like it's so weird seeing yourself.
I hate watching myself back. I feel like we don't look how we think we look.
It's crazy, it's the whole side profile and everything.
I'd be turning the camera.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Have you heard from anyone since coming out the villa, like your exes or anything like that? Has anyone come out the woodworks?
Yeah, so my ex-girlfriend 2 years ago, I saw she DM'd me like 6 weeks ago. So it would have been when I got announced. And it was, I think a couple of days before I got announced, it was in like the newspaper. And she screenshot and was like, is this true? Oh my God. And then she said, if it is, good luck. And then obviously I didn't see it.
Nice message.
Yeah, and then I didn't see it till I left. And then I think I just liked the comment. And then she messaged me again saying like, I can't remember. But she was nice about it. She was like, oh yeah, she said like, you smashed it. You're the nation's favourite boy or something. And I just said, I appreciate
walls.
it.
Yeah. It must be horrific to sit and watch like your ex on a show and then be like the nation's sweetheart. Yeah. If you ended on bad terms.
Well, she broke up with me over text. So it was quite funny.
Nice. Yeah.
All over her screen and her social media. Have that.
That's the time to be. Has there anyone slid in who you may have fancied before on Love Island?
No, I don't think so.
Really? You are with Lucy, to be fair, so that is fair.
No, not. I don't think I've had many like. Oh, what do you mean, celebrities or just not like anyone?
Celebrities, yeah.
No, I don't think.
Really?
I had a few celebrities in my DMs, which I had Luke Littler DMing me, which I was going nuts about. Yeah.
Really?
Luke Littler followed me, and I followed him back, and then he sent me a message. It was just like, oh, well done in the villa, mate. Great entertainment.
I cannot believe that man watches Love Island.
I know, it's
on while he's playing darts.
We were like back and forth the other morning. We were just back and forth all morning on the messages, and he was like, "Have you heard Harrison's apparently left?" And I was like, "Fuck off, no way." Luke Littler was the one that told me Harrison left the villa, and he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "I'll be honest, Luke, I've not really seen it." And he was filling me in, and I was like, "What's going on?" Like,
that is hilarious. And you saw Harrison then after Sun. Was it after Sun? Where did you go? Tape?
Yeah, so we're with Harrison half Sun, then we got a cab to Tape.
And is he all right? Is he coping with stuff?
Yeah, obviously he's had a lot of messages.
He's had a stinker, that boy.
I know, but I think he's taken it on the chin quite well. I from my personal opinion, I think him and Lauren, they seem like got a very strong connection, which is why I was surprised when everyone was telling me he's trying to crack on with Tony again after I left. But it really confused me. But I mean, seeing them out and about, like they seem so lovey-dovey. They're always touching, like they're always.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just seem so smitten, both of them.
It was worth it.
Yeah.
What did your family think of the show? Now you're out, you've had the debriefs. What did they think?
Yeah, my family loved it.
Did they?
This is just so out of the ordinary for anyone in my family. No, we don't know anyone that's been on telly, you know. So when I was going on, obviously I told my nan and my granddad, and I had to explain what they're getting themselves in for.
Oh my God.
So you want to see a lot of kissing, maybe a lot of like sex reenacting positions, a lot of kissing in bed, cuddling, duvet.
They were like, right.
And I showed them a few clips in that, but they all loved it. Like coming out, they were just like, all my friends were talking about it. Like even my nan was saying all her friends are talking to their granddaughters. Oh, I know Tommy's grandma.
That is so cute.
But, yeah, it was just nuts. Like honestly, it's been just all the support I've got, all the nice messages. It's just been so overwhelming, but so exciting.
Can I also ask, was there shagging when you were in there? You don't have to.
Was I shagging?
No,
or was there shagging?
You as well. But like, were people shagging while you were in there or not? Don't have to name them.
I don't know for sure. I have suspicions.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I don't. No one said to me like they shagged, but we all thought maybe Dee and Meg did.
Yeah, because the other day she was like, "We still haven't done anything."
Oh,
and
really?
I thought, now that surely has to be a load of shit.
Yeah.
Surely they've been in there how long?
Oh yeah, what? It's got to be. What are we in week 7 now? Are we coming up to week 8?
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
I know.
On God's green earth.
I don't believe it. Yeah.
How did you find kissing on camera?
Yeah, this is the first. I think I had the first kiss of the series apparently.
Come on.
With Megan on the terrace. So it was in the back of my mind because you go up on the terrace and you can see there's a camera there, there's a camera there, there's a camera there, there's one up there, and they're all pointing at you at all different angles. And then obviously I kissed Megan. I was like, oh, that's gonna be mad watching that. I can't watch it. I was speaking to my brother about it, and he was like, every time you kiss someone, I couldn't watch. It's just too awkward.
Really?
Because I can't watch.
Yeah, and even your family member, to be fair.
Yeah, I know, but even like seeing a clip on TikTok of me like kissing Lucy or kissing Emily or Megan, or like. It was just, I can't watch that. The worst thing, I wasn't even going to mention it, but I might as well. One of the cringiest things was in the slip and slide challenge where I kissed Tony. Do you remember this? And I was kissing Tony in a challenge. Right. And then she's pulled away.
Did you? And you leaned back in?
And I leaned back in with my tongue out and everything. Oh, no. And this is why I don't want to watch it back, because there's so many moments like that where I think, oh, it come up on my feed the other day and I managed to quickly hide the screen like, before I saw it.
It's so funny you say this because we've all completely forgotten about that, but it's still ingrained in your head.
No, yeah.
Keeps you up.
I still think about that, yeah. That's terrible.
What was it like turning on your phone? After coming out of the villa?
It was crazy. Yeah, it was just like, I don't know what app to click on first.
Yeah.
WhatsApp first. And even these are just my
You went on WhatsApp first?
Yeah, because I wanted to save the best till last. So
Why?
I was like, start on WhatsApp.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. I just thought I'd start on WhatsApp. There won't be as many, so I'll ease myself in.
You're on the work group.
Yeah, exactly. And then I moved to Instagram. It was just like like
Mental.
blowing up. Yeah, literally like every time you refresh, there's just 100+ notifications at the time. It was nuts.
That's
and
insane.
It was crazy. All the messages, all the requests, even looking the hidden stuff, all the nasty ones were just refreshing every second.
All the nasty ones.
Yeah. But it was just, honestly, so crazy. And even waking up the next day, like they gave me a blue tick. I was like, I've got a blue tick now. I couldn't believe it.
That's worth it.
I know, yeah.
So overall, how would you rate your experience? Would you do anything differently?
I wouldn't do anything differently because everything I'd done in the villa was the best thing that I thought in the moment. So I wouldn't live in regret. Obviously knowing, I don't know, it's hard because there's certain situations like in the Megan thing where it's like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have carried on with her because she said this, but I didn't know that at the time. So, yeah. But the overall experience was just absolutely incredible. It was. I never ever thought I'll be given the chance to go on it. I always say I'd love to do it, but to be in this position now is just nuts. So looking back, I made brilliant friends in there, memories to last a lifetime, and I'm just so grateful for it, really.
And I love that you're still friends with Ben. Has he seen his videos online about his recoupling speech? Yeah,
the cranium is baffling.
That will go down in history.
That was so funny.
Got to pick one of them.
Yeah. It was like, I think he said like, I can tell her the sky's blue. We'll still argue. It was like, I guess I'll choose Shakira. And I think the producer was like, no, the girl I'd like to couple up with is Shakira.
Were they on the Voice of God making him redo it? That is hilarious.
He was like, I guess I'll have to choose Shakira. To let him redo it. So like,
is he still with? Is it Andrada?
Yeah, they seem to be really close. Like,
fucking
they seem to be going really well. Yeah.
Usually when you get on the outside, it's like a make or break. But it looks like
even in the holding villa, like Ben even said to me, it was like even these 3 nights in the holding, like we've grown a lot closer. And obviously they've been on a couple of dates, but now Andrada's gone back to Ireland, so it'll be interesting to see.
Ben's a changed man.
Yeah, and Ben surprises a lot of people because apparently on screen he didn't come across great. From what I've heard.
That is an understatement.
But we all saw him as like the Joker. He just said, he didn't really think about what he said. He was always like laughy and jokey. Maybe similar to Harry in a way, but then even the bombshells coming in were like, Ben, you've really surprised me. You're such a nice lad. And then I think Amy Hart and India on the morning after podcast said the exact same thing.
Really?
Like, Ben's just shocked us. What a lovely boy. But he's such a nice lad. Honestly, I can't wait to see him again.
So what is the plan now you're out?
Don't know at the minute. It's just so
Would you go back in as a bombshell? Would
I go back in? I don't think so. No, I don't think there's much left for me to do in there. I think things with me and Lucy are going well. So I'm excited to obviously go up to Liverpool soon and take her out again. But I don't know. I'm sort of just take each day as it comes, really, and just trying to sort like management out. Social media, I have no idea about. Like
that made me die. I messaged Tommy like, "Do you want to come on the pod?" And he was like, "I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to use this app."
I don't know. I think out of everyone in the villa, apart from Yaz, I think I had the least amount of followers. Everyone had like 10 or 11 or 12k going in.
That's still quite a lot before going in.
Yeah, everyone had about that. I had 800 followers on Insta and I had 300 followers on TikTok. So I think I had one of the smallest followers.
How many have you got now?
I've got over 100k on TikTok and 100k on Instagram, which is nuts.
Too right.
So, coming off of that, and then suddenly you got all these people messaging you about collabs. I'm like, what is a collab? I don't know what that is. So,
have you done your gifted meal at Sheesh yet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all wet. Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
Because we went, me and Lucy went with Harrison and Lauren, and Andrada came and met us because Ben fell asleep. But the 5 of us were having like meals and cocktails. That was really, really good.
Love that.
Yeah.
And also, I'm doing a Saving Grace tour in Liverpool, so you and Lucy are gonna have to come along.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
yeah,
you're gonna have to bring her along.
Yeah.
Maybe you can make it official.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. I'll do some confetti and
That'd
shit
be
like
brilliant.
that.
Yeah, I love that.
So I like to end my podcast with, what advice would you give to save Grace? You can make it Love Island related if you want.
What advice would I give you?
To save me, yeah.
I don't know. I always just tell people just to be yourself and don't. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't sound all deep on you.
No, that was. I'm teary.
I just think be yourself. Just do. Don't listen what other people want you to be or to do.
Yeah.
Just, be true to yourself, and I think everything works out for a reason.
And don't go in the hideaway.
Don't go in the hideaway. No.
That's one thing I'm going for.
It only causes trouble in the hideaway.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. No, it's been lovely.
It's been lovely, Grace. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime. If you've been watching, like, subscribe, and if you've been listening, give it a follow and a 5-star review. Bye.